Morning students, today we are going to study your poem 5, A Legend of Northland from class 9th Beehive book. In this, first of all, I would like to give you a brief introduction of this poem. This poem is written by Phoebe Cary, and in this poem the poet tells us about an old lady who was very greedy. This story is of the Northland area, the area which is near the North Pole. This exact place is not specified, but Northland means the area in the northernmost part of the earth, that is near the North Pole. Legend means a historical story, one which is very old and has been passed on from generation to generation. Students, this story is a ballad. Now, what is a ballad? A ballad is a poem narrating a story in short stanzas. Ballad is such kind of poem which tells a story in short stanzas, and in the poem all these stanzas comprise 4 lines. In total, there are 16 stanzas in this poem, and these stanzas will tell us a story. Ballads are a part of folk culture or popular culture and are passed on orally from one generation to the next generation. Okay, so this is ballad. This question can be asked in your exam, so learn it well. What is a ballad? Okay, and this poem is a ballad because this narrates a story. Okay, and let's see the first stanza of the poem that goes like this. Away, away in the northland, where the hours of the day are few and the nights are so long in winter that they cannot sleep them through. In the region around the North Pole, the duration of the day is very less because its position is such that the sun's rays reach for a very less time there. When this area is experiencing winter season, the duration of night is very long and the daytime hours are very less. In line 4, they refers to the people who live in the region, in that area. The poet says that the duration of the night time is so long that the people cannot sleep them through. If they go to bed, take a few hours of sleep, and then they wake up, it is still night time. He wants to pressurize on the fact that the duration of the night is very long. Let us see the literary devices used over here. First of all, rhyme scheme. We'll see the last words of each line. Northland, we call it A. Few, we call it B. Winter, we call it C, because they are not rhyming with each other. Through, this is rhyming with few, so we will call it B. So what is the rhyme scheme? A, B, C, B. Next literary device is alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of a consonant sound in two or more closely connected words. Here in line 4, you will see that, they, them, through. They are starting with TH sound. Okay. Let us see next literary device, that is repetition. What is a repetition? Any word or sentence is repeated to lay emphasis on it, then it is called repetition. Away word is repeated to show distance. Right? Next literary device is enjambment. What is an enjambment? Enjambment is a literary device when one line is continuous to other line without using any punctuation mark. In line 3, you will see after line 3 no punctuation mark, and this is continuing into other line. That's why here is enjambment. Let us read the poem. that goes like this, where they harness the swift reindeer to the sledges when it snows, and the children look like bear's cubs in their funny furry clothes. Let us see the word meaning. Sledge means a vehicle on runners for conveying loads or passengers over snow or ice, often pulled by draught animals. Means जो वहाँ पे एनिमल्स होते हैं उनके द्वारा एक बर्फ़ पे चलने वाली गाड़ी है, वो एनिमल्स उसे ड्रॉ करते हैं, खींचते हैं. टू हार्नेस मीन्स टू टाई द रेंडियर्स विद a rope to a sledge. Swift means something which runs very fast, means quick. Okay, let us see the explanation. The Northland region experiences severe cold conditions, means there is very much cold. It is a snowy area. The reindeer is an animal which is found in this polar region. People tie the reindeers to sledges and then the reindeers pull the sledges. He adds that the children look like young ones of a bear because they wear funny looking clothes made of fur, which is like the furry skin of a bear. Let us see the literary devices. First of all, rhyme scheme A B C B, that is C. Same you can find out. Next is alliteration. In line, first they, the. Here is alliteration. In line, second look like, as sound is being repeated. Furry funny in last line, F sound is being repeated here. Adjustment is also used over here. In line 1 and 2, you will see no punctuation mark after line A first. After line 3rd, also there is no punctuation mark. So here is adjustment. Simile. What is a simile? Simile is a direct comparison using as or like. Just like the children look like bear's cub. बच्चे कैसे दिख रहे हैं? Bear's cub जैसे. Okay. This is all. Let us know that goes like this. They tell them a curious story. I don't believe it's true. And yet you may learn a lesson if I tell the tale to you. Word meaning curious. Curious means strange. Okay. Let us see the explanation of the poem. The stanza, sorry. In line 1, they refers to the parents of the elders, and them refers to parents or the elders, and them refers to the children or the younger generation. The elders of the Northland region tell a strange and interesting story to the younger generation. The poet says that he doesn't think the story is true, but if he tells the story to the reader, maybe the reader could learn a lesson from it. The story gives an important message. Let us see the poetic devices used over here. Rhyme scheme is ABCB, that is the same in whole poem. Story, true, lesson, you. Okay. Alliteration used over here. They, them. In first line, their sound is being repeated. Yet you. In second line, yet you. Learn, lesson, as sound is being repeated. In last line, tell, tale. T sound is being repeated here. Adjustment is also used over here in line 3rd. After line 3rd, no punctuation mark is used. So here is adjustment. Let us see the next that goes like this. Once the good Saint Peter lived in the world below and walked about in preaching just as he did, you know. Let us see the word meaning. Saint Peter means an apostle of Christ, a disciple or follower of Jesus Christ, means Jesus Christ का शिष्य. Okay. This story is about a Saint Peter. Saint Peter की story है ये. When Saint Peter used to live in the world and went around giving religious lectures, means sermonize, to the people just like old saints do. Then an incident happened. क्या incident हुआ? We will read in next stanza. Let us see the poetic device used over here. Preaching means to give a religious talk. Literary device. Rhyme scheme is ABCB. That is the same. Enjambment is also used over here in line after line 1. There is no punctuation mark. So here is enjambment. Let us see that goes like this. He came to the door of a cottage in traveling round the earth, where a little woman was making cakes and baking them on the hearth. Word meaning hearth means a fireplace where you do cooking. When Saint Peter was moving around the world, giving religious lectures, religious talks to the people, he reached the door of a cottage where a small woman was making cakes. She was baking the cakes in the fireplace. Literary devices used over here. Rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme is ABCB. Alliteration is used over here too. Woman was. W sound is being repeated. Okay. In line 3rd. Them, the. Their sound is being repeated. Poem that goes like this. And being faint with fasting, for the day was almost done, he asked her from her store of cakes to give him a single one. Faint means to be weak or famished. As Saint Peter had not eaten anything the entire day, he was very hungry and was feeling weak. So he went to this woman who was baking cakes and he asked for one cake out of the many cakes that he had baked. Literary devices. Rhyme scheme is the same. Fasting A, done B, cakes C, 1 B. Done and 1 are rhyming. Alliteration is used over here. C, faint, fasting. F sound is being repeated here. Of the poem that goes like this. So she made a very little cake, but as it baking lay, she looked at it and thought it seemed too large to give away. The woman was selfish. She did not give cake from her store. Instead, she started making a very small cake for Saint Peter. She did not want to share her things, but when she put the cake for baking, she looked at it and thought that this cake was too big to be given. Literary devices. Rhyme scheme is ABCB. Here is enjambment. After third line, there is no comma or full stop or any punctuation mark. So here is enjambment. Next stanza of the poem that goes like this. Therefore he needed another and still a smaller one, but it looked when she turned it over as large as the first had grown. Kneaded means to make dough from flour. Means आटा गूंदना. The little miser woman means जो कंजूस woman थी thought that the cake was too big to be given away. So she started making another smaller cake. When she looked at that cake, she again felt that it was as big as the previous one. Again, she was not ready to give her smaller cake to Saint Peter. Literary devices. Rhyme scheme is ABCB. Alliteration used over here. In second line, still smaller. S sound is being repeated. Of the poem that goes like this. Then she took a tiny scrap of dough and rolled in flat and baked it thin as a wafer, and she couldn't part with that. Scrap means small amount. Part with means alag hona. separate. Means she didn't want to give that wafer to Saint Peter. The third time, took a very small amount of dough and rolled it. The poet says that she rolled and rolled to lay emphasis on the fact that she rolled the dough and made it very thin like a wafer and baked it. But she was so greedy that she couldn't give that thin piece of bread to Saint Peter. Literary devices. Rhyme scheme is ABCB. Alliteration. Took tiny. In the first line, T sound is being repeated. Repetition is also used over here. Rolled word is repeated twice. Rolled and rolled. In second line. Simile. What is a simile? Simile is a poetic device when we compare two things using as or like. Means this is direct comparison between two things. Baked it thin as a wafer. Cake is compared to a wafer. So here is simile. That goes like this. For she said, my cakes that seem too small, that I eat of them myself, and yet too large to give away. So she put them on the shelf. The woman reasoned that, said that when she ate the cakes, she felt that they are very small. But if she had to give them to someone else, she felt that they were too big to be given away. She put all the cakes on the shelf of her kitchen and she did not give any cake to Saint Peter. Let us see the literary devices. Rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme is ABCB. Alliteration is used over here. Seems small. In line first, as sound is being repeated. Enjambment is in line 1, 2, 3. You will see after line 1 and 2, no punctuation mark is used. That's why here is enjambment. Let us see the next enjambment. Then good Saint Peter grew angry, for he was hungry and faint, and surely such a woman was enough to provoke a saint. Provoke means cause to get angry, means gussa dilana. Saint Peter became angry. He was very hungry. He was feeling very weak, and the selfish woman was not ready to give him even a small cake. This behavior of the greedy woman angered the Saint Peter. Poetic device. Rhyme scheme is ABCB. Enjambment is also used over here in line 3rd and 4th. After line 3rd, no punctuation mark is used. Let us see the next. That goes like this. And he said, you are far too selfish to dwell in a human form, to have both food and shelter and fire to keep you warm. Dwell means to live. Selfish means greedy. Saint Peter cursed the woman and said that she was very selfish. She did not deserve to live like a human being. He added that God had given her food, shelter, fire to keep warm, but she had become selfish. For all the resources she had, she did not want to share them with anybody. Poetic devices. Rhyme scheme ABCB. Let us see the next. That goes like this. Now you shall build as the birds do, and shall get your scanty food by boring and boring and boring all day in the hard dry wood. Scanty means very little, very bad you can say also. Boring means make a hole in something with a tool or by digging. Saint Peter cursed the woman that she would become a bird, because she did not deserve the human form. She shall become a bird, and just like birds build their houses by boring into the wood and collect very little food by working hard the entire day. Similarly, she would also work hard in the dry wood all the day and get little food and make a small place for herself to live in. Poetic devices used over here. Rhyme scheme is ABCB. Alliteration in first line, build birds. B sound is being repeated by boring and boring and boring. B sound is being repeated here. Repetition is also used over here. Boring word is repeated thrice. Poem that goes like this. Then up she went through the chimney, never speaking a word, and out of the top flew a woodpecker, for she was changed to a bird. So, students, in which bird she changed? She turned up. She turned into woodpecker. As soon as Saint Peter cursed the woman, she did not get a chance to speak for herself, but that very moment she flew up to the roof through the chimney and flew out in the form of a bird. Saint Peter's curse had converted the woman into a bird. Poetic devices. There is rhyme scheme. There is no other poetic device used in this stanza. Stanza of the poem that goes like this. She had a scarlet cap on her head, and that was left the same. But all the rest of her clothes were burnt black as a coal in the flame. Word scarlet means brilliant red color. Flame means aaki lapat. Okay. When the woman turned into a bird at that time, she was wearing a red colored cap on her head. This cap was there on the bird's head also, but the woman's remaining clothes had burned and turned black in color just like coals. Literary devices. Rhyme scheme is ABCB, that is the same. Simile is used over here as in line. Comparison using as or like, that is called simile. Clothes were burnt black as a coal. The color of the burnt clothes is compared to that of coal. That's why here is simile. The next stanza of the poem that goes like this. And every country school boy has seen her in the wood, wood means jungle, where she lives in the tree till this every day, very day, boring and boring for food. Country means village side, okay, rural area. People who live in the countryside, even the small children who go to school, seen this kind of bird in the woods, in the jungles. They see that she stays there all day and keeps on digging the wood with her beak to collect her food. Whenever any child sees this kind of bird, then his elder tell him this story. They say that the bird used to be a woman earlier. She was very greedy, and so she was cursed by Saint Peter and turned into a bird. They get a teaching that they should not be greedy. Let us see the literary devices used over here. First of all, rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme is ABCB. Next literary device used over is pouring. Pouring word is being repeated. That's why here is repetition also. Students, here is a message in the poem that we should not be greedy like that woman. We should help others. Whatever we have, we should share. We should help the needy people. That is all. Thank you for watching the video.